Hello, hello, hello. This is M, Super Coach, One Soul Circle, and CEO of the Soul Focus Group. Exact. I'm so excited. I've been really getting warmed up in these conversations. Just about when I get warmed up, it's time for us to have the final conversation. And I was reminded of a story when I was in college, in undergrad school. Uh, there was a friend of ours who had got a hold to the test that the particular professor was giving. So some guys from another fraternity gave him the test, and he shared it with one of the players on the football team that I was a member of, who needed to pass the test in order to stay on the team. So he gave him the test and the answers to the test. Follow me. He gave him the test and the answers to the test. And y'all, lo and behold, the brother took the test and made a C on the test, actually a low C. And everybody was like, wait, hold up. So you got the test and the answers to the test, and all the answers you got to the test were the right answers, but you made a C, a low C. And so we were all baffled by that. And that was a conversation for a minute. It's kind of funny. You're like, well, how could you be given the answers to the test and make average score on the test? Think about that for a second. You know where I'm going. Some of you know exactly where I'm going. You are given the answers to the test, and you end up making an average score on the test, and in some cases, fail the test. Now, when I say an average score on the test, I'm using that example as a metaphor for how we live and how we construct our lives. See, I look at the test as things that we are faced with in life all the time. There are always tests that we're going to have placed before us. Our life is always attracting tests. And the test is not designed to fail us. Never, no test that we ever take is trying to fail us. No, 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 no. You can tell that story all you want, but no test that we attract to us is trying to fail us. It's just trying to verify that we've been studying. It's trying to verify that we've been studying. Now, here it is. We have been given the test and the answers to the test. What do you say, Em? What are you talking about? We've been given the test and the answers to the test. First of all, we have been given the book to study that's going to be the test is going to be about. We have been given the book that the test is going to be about. So you have not only the test, but you have the book that the test comes from, and the answers that it comes from is all in the same book. Now I know what y'all thinking. I know what some of you people are thinking. You think I'm talking about the Bible. No, I'm not. Some of you think I'm talking about the Quran or the Vedas or the Torah. No, I'm not. I'm not talking about a religious book. I'm talking about you. You were the book that you were given that has the test and the answers to every test you're going to fail. And how you do on the test will be all about how much you studied the book. Now, so this brother, using the same metaphor, was given the test and the answers to the test and still made an average score on the test. In some cases, some have failed the test. Why? It's because instead of us studying the book, our book, who we are, how we function, and the answers that are already in us, we spend so much of our lives doing what? Trying to study everybody else's book. We're more concerned about Tom, Dick, and Harry than we are about M, than we are about Susie, than we are about Michelle or Jonathan. We know more about the other person, we think we know more about the other person than we do about ourselves. We don't know how we function. We don't really know. When I say how we function, how our natural thought processes work, what we are naturally gravitated toward, what things make us happy, what things make us sad. We don't know ourselves well enough that when the tests come in life, that we're able to pass those tests easily. Think about it. You are with the book 24 hours a day. It's an open book test all the time. We are given an open book test every time. And so many of us are failing the open book test because we're not studying ourselves. We're too busy studying everybody else. Now let's talk about the answers because that's profound. Every problem that you have in your life, you have the answers already to solve it. I'm going to say it again. Every problem you have in your life, you have the answers to solving them. You have the answers to healing your body. You have the answers to bringing your mind back into balance. You have the answers to whatever troubles you. You have the answers to finding the right ideas and creating the right concepts, inventing the right things you need to develop in order to create the finances you need. You have the answers. But the problem is you are so focused on everybody else's answers. You are trying to apply other people's answers to your test. And it's an open book test, and you are forcing other people's answers to your test. Have you not figured it out yet? I remember when I first started getting serious about this executive coaching, and what I did is I interviewed a lot of CEOs who were successful, not on no big major level, but on a level in which you could see they was having success. They were doing the six figures or more, some was seven figures. And what I did was ask them, did you know how your breakthrough was going to happen? Did you know how you were going to get to the next level? And there was something that each one of them said that they had in common about what each one of them said. Each one of them said they had no idea that it was going to happen the way that it happened. They had no idea that their breakthrough was going to happen the way that it was going to happen. Why is that important? It is important because none of us know how things are going to unfold that's going to bring us to the next level. What we have to be aware of is that our life is creating the right answers for us. Some of us are so eager to tell other people what to do. We have not put into operation what our divine self has told us what to do. I'm going to say it again. We're so busy giving advice and not following our own advice. We want everybody else to take heed to what we're saying, but you have not yet. You have not taken action on behalf of your own words. Why? Because you are applying other people's answers to your test. My test is not your test. What it's going to take for things to open up for me will not be what it will take for things to open up for you. So many of us are copying off of, I'm going to do it just like this. I'm going to do it just like they say do it. It is not going to work for you like it worked for them. On a general level, it may, but when it gets down to the specifics, which is what's required in order to fulfill us, specifics. Why does it require specifics to fulfill us? Because you are a unique being from everyone else. You can't get more specific than that. The fact that we are unique means that it takes a certain degree of specificity of knowing ourselves, the right answers to the test for us to fulfill ourselves. So you can apply the answers that they are giving you to get the things that they have got, but you getting those things will not bring fulfillment in your life. Only the things that will bring fulfillment in your life are those things that have been derived from the answers that came from you. Because the answers that come from you have a certain degree of specificity based upon your unique one of a kindness. It was given birth from your intelligence and the timing that is in unison with your unique intelligence. Stop copying off of other people's tests. Stop applying other people's answers to your test. Believe in your answers and watch what happens.